Sorry about that. The video skipped on itself. Sorry about that. I apologize. What I was saying was just that it's generally I feel like I always get called or treated like a foreigner to my own people, and like I said, with white people, kind of. I feel like often, you know, it's kind of like if you're not white, you're basically black kind of like thing going on there, which is pleasant because there's not much to prove, you know what I mean? Besides your skin tone. Well, I feel like with black people, there's more to it. One, like, half the time I always feel like I just, like, one thing or another thing will be not comfortable with people as far as my phenotype. Like, my skin tone might be too light for somebody, or my skin tone might be too, not too dark, but like just about the nor I guess somewhere complexion or whatever. But like my features might not fit right. This is why I've always felt like I get the question, "Where am I from?" from all sorts of black people in America, and I hate that question. My mother gets that same damn question of "Where are you from?" You know, like as if we're from Africa or something. And it's just upsetting to me, honestly, because when you don't have any ancestry from Africa recently, any more than any other Black American does, it's insulting because it's like your family struggled as it did. Your family went through all the same things your family went through, other Black families went through, and you mean to tell me just because I don't fit your ideal in phenotype or ideal in culture that I'm not accepted as one of your own. And I don't know, to me it's like a major problem for me is among dark skinned black people and brown skinned and light skinned black people more than mixed people, because like for me, I identify as black. I grew up in a black family and all that, and it's like I said, a major problem for me was growing up in a household where I was taught I was just black. Then go into the regular world, and the main people that you have a problem with and find a problem with on being black are black people asking you what are you or what you're mixed with. And it's like, from my perspective, it's like you feel more like you're defunct, a reject, or something's wrong when your own people act like you're like some kind of creature or something and you're asked, "What are you?" That's my pet peeve of questions to be asked. And then being asked, "What are you mixed with?" which was just upsetting too, kind of. But it wasn't as bad as the other one. Like, to me, at least if you acknowledge my heritage being Black American, I'm at least happy with that. If you're just saying, "What are you?" as if I'm like some African from Africa, or I don't know what else you're thinking, like, whatever. Um, it's kind of like, from my perspective, it's like, I don't know, like, I'll let it go on. I don't like this song, but oh well. I don't know if anyone can hear it because it's on my laptop. Sometimes the music doesn't actually transpire. Anyway, but yeah, I just kind of feel like with Black Americans, it's so much to just be black, while like with white people, to be black is so easy. You know what I mean? It's just like they see your skin tone, they see that you're black. You know, done. With Black Americans, it's just so intricate when it's like it's not that hard. It's quite simple. Black and white. The dynamic of that is just like an easy split in a half, basically, situation. In our history, we really didn't have a mixed category for some time. I know it in like slavery days we did, but there was a time period with the census and things of that nature where there was just black and white. So, I mean, nobody cared if somebody was from the Caribbean. Nobody cared if someone was from Africa or Europe or Middle East, you know. So that's what upsets me is that, when we basically try and make everybody categorized and like different from the Black American identity, I feel like that's a bit of the problem in today's society because we don't embrace the Black American identity as much. And I feel like the Black American identity, honestly, is not embraced a lot because of the unknown factor of it. And the fact that a lot of people like to say that there's a specific culture with Black Americans, which I don't think. I think that we all have an American culture, and some people feel like it's a simple, you know, identity or culture because you don't actually know where your African heritage is. But to me, it's like making up a Black American culture to me is problematic because it's like it's not real. This is why I took a DNA test to figure out where in Africa my heritage is from. And my main heritage is Nigeria and North Africa. I think North Africa is my second option after Nigeria, but Nigeria is my first option. Um, and I learned a lot about the different people there, the Igbo, the Fulani, the Yoruba. Those are my favorite three. And there's also Hausa, but Hausa and Fulani are kind of like similar in their northern Nigerian region. But yeah, I mean, like, to me, that's more interesting than trying to make up basically a culture that you're supposed to be connected to. When in reality, like, we try and create an identity off of our skin tone and not actually the people we actually come from. Because we don't all come from the same people. So, yeah, that's just what kind of irks me with the whole black community and black people. And, being a black woman myself, it's always been like I felt like I didn't really fit. But kind of like I did feel like culturally I expected not to really fit because my mother always was of the same mentality because her parents taught her the same way that, there's no black American culture and it's more of an American culture and, different classes have different customs as well. So, I don't know. It's just like some black Americans I feel like my mother couldn't really relate with. And in some ways, I feel the same way when it comes to culturally. I guess phenotypically, that kind of pisses me off, though. And I know for my mother, she had that same issue where being thought to be foreign or whatever. And to me, I mean, I kind of feel like with her, she gets more of the West African people who will act like, she's ethnically the same as them, which is cool to me, I think, because it's those other African people thinking that. Specifically, your own, Black American people thinking that is just upsetting because it's like now you're being treated like you're a foreigner, you know. Oh, you have American like pride and like pride in being an American, you know, it's a slap in the face to be treated like, your family, it wasn't here for 400 years. So that's all I have to say about that. I guess it's just a little quick rant. Not really a quick rant because I had to do a part 2 in it because I accidentally ended the video. But yeah, this is just like part 2 of it. So yeah, that's all I have to say on that. Thanks for listening. Bye.